needed to learn how to do. I was really naturally inclined to music.
Yeah. I've never known a crowd like this.
I know a crowd like this.
Do you come from a musical background? I mean, were your parents musical?
Well, my dad used to get drunk with his friend Moose and dress up like the Blues Brothers.
What, sing?
Yeah, and they would sing at bars and have a laugh. My mother actually, though, was in theater for a while, studying when she was younger. It's really sweet because she was never like a stage mom or anything. She never pushed me.
Yeah, she was Amanda Rose, no?
No. Oh, Gypsy.
Yeah.
Sorry, we could go on for a little while and no one would know. But it's nice now to see how much she loves what I'm doing, and I think in a way she feels like she's living out.
They must be so proud of you. They really must be proud of your parents.
They're really wonderful, and I'm really, really lucky. I'm really lucky because I have a great family, and I get to go home, and I get to keep on my clothes and my wigs, and be exactly who I am every single day, and be that with my family.
So would you come down for breakfast like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Come and stay with me, please.
Well, if I didn't, my mother would say, what's wrong?
Now look, Gaga, we both love burlesque, don't we?
Yeah.
Mad for burlesque. Now this lady was a burlesque artist. What was the act? Please tell me what was the act.
The pop burlesque.
Yeah.
It was me and Lady Starlight. She's going to be so happy with me.
You know, Lady Starlight, we did it!
Well, I called her up and I just met her at a bar. She was boba dancing. And I said, hello, my name is Lady Gaga. And she said,
My name is Lady Starlight.
So I said, well, I obviously
Struck
struck
a
up
lady era with her.
And I got her phone number and I thought she was really interesting and she was dancing metal songs. And I said, hey, I have this idea. It would really piss me off if I saw two girls in matching bikinis singing pop music and then dancing to heavy metal in between. And she said, let's do it. So that's what we did. And we used to wear matching bikinis and my hair sprayed on fire. We used to freak out because the promoters were always screaming, oh, what are you doing, you bastard? Stop it! For the freak
Size of the venue, yeah.
But we didn't care. We just wanted to be remembered.
We're gonna act like that, would you? No, honey, let's face it.
Not act like you.
Did you strip?
I didn't strip.
Well, kind of.
Shoulder strap, gloves.
No, there was a lot of. Well, there was tees.
Tees.
There was never any topless. Full of pasties.
Yeah, no, that's pasties aren't topless. No.
Okay, good. See, we're
It's not on the same page.
Say tassels, pasties.
Tassels, pasties.
Can you spin a tassel?
I could spin
Two tassels.
When do you find the time to write songs, and where do you write them?
I just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a
Nice.
middle of the night or on falling asleep. I get lots of ideas when I'm falling asleep. And then I wake up and have to record them, and it's always funny because my producers, the producers that produced on Born This Way, Fernando and Paul Post, they did most of the songs. Redmond was on that as well. But Paul and Fernando, they traveled all over the world
for over a year.
so they were always in the hotel I was staying at. So I would be falling asleep, and I would hear, I can be the queen that's inside of me. And I go,
That's brilliant.
and then I reach over to the phone, and I would go, I hear
And
the
all the
voice
voice recorders
in the phone. I can be. So I'd record it, and then I would call them, and I would say, get up there, and I go to the one, and then they would come scurrying, and I would just be asleep.
Now, after the break, we're going to talk fashion and the future of the lady herself, and she's going to be performing a very special medley of Born This Way and Judas on the
Hi there, I'm Emma from the Wiggles. What an amazing start to the year. We have visited friends in Dreamwalk, celebrated Australia Day in front of thousands of Wiggly fans, released a new album titled Taking Off, and we are soon to take off on a tour around Australia, followed by the USA and New Zealand. In the meantime, have you tuned into Wiggle Time TV yet? There are so many great shows to watch, and in particular, we have a set of full-length concerts for you to watch from years gone by. My personal favourite is the Wiggles' first live concert DVD titled Wiggle Dance. It was filmed in 1996 at the Seymour Centre. If you look closely enough, you'll see me in the crowd as a fan. See, that's me right there. Enjoy this great concert and many others today. Tune into Wiggle Time TV.
Hello, and welcome to this tutorial. So first you want to grab your favorite moisturizer and put it up your skin and you're all refreshed. And then you can prime using your favorite primer. Mine is Stay Matte by Rimmel London. And then taking your favorite foundation, create your base. Now we're going to be doing our concealer because Emma Wiggle, her skin is very bright, especially under her eyes. So I'm taking my Beauty Blender and my MAC concealer, and I'm just going to brighten up the areas of my face that are usually quite dull. Now we're going to set our face, so taking a fluffy powder brush and any sort of powder that you like. I'm using Huda Beauty. Tap that all over your face just to really set in that foundation and give it a nice smooth finish. Onto blush, taking that same powder brush, and I'm taking in my Mud Cosmetics blush. Emma's cheeks are very pink and very bright, so don't feel like you need to be super light-handed with this. Pat on that blush. Alright, now I'm going to contour just a little bit on my cheeks, but not my nose, because Emma and I have a similar nose. So taking my contour brush and taking this medium cocoa colour, I am just going to trace out where I just want a little bit of definition in my cheeks. Emma's jaw and her cheekbones are very defined. Alright, next is our eyes, and Emma's eye look is very, very natural. So I'm going to go into my Zoeva palette and take that white colour down there, and this is going to be my base colour, and I'm going to take it all the way up to my brow bone.
Let's hear those piano strings. Play the guitar like a star. Make those strings ring. Chicken pop.
I'm also going to gently drag it under my lower lash line. Now taking that slightly darker shade above it and a crease brush, I'm just going to work this into my crease. Again, this look is going to be very, very subtle, but it does work because the attraction of Emma's eyes is actually her liner, not the shadow. Next is brows. Now Emma's brows are actually quite thin and slightly ginger. However, my brows look terrible if they're left light. So even though I don't have her orange hair at the moment, I am going to fill in my brows just a little bit more than she normally would and add a teeny weeny bit of ginger to it. Picking your favorite mascara, just coat the top and bottom lashes as much as you want. Again, the eyeshadow is not the main focus of this look, it's her lashes and her liner, so feel free to go heavy with this. Taking a wispy pair of lashes and my Duo Lash Glue, I am going to put these lashes on off camera. Give me 1 minute. Alright, next is liner, and technically I should have done this before I put on lashes. I think I was trying to take a shortcut, so I did struggle a little bit. But we're just going to do a simple band across the top lash line, no wing. Lastly is lips, and Emma wears a really nice soft pink lipstick, so that is what I'm doing. Excuse my hideous face, I honestly do not look good in any of this sort of lighting, so if you see a bad angle, I apologise. But yeah, and then we are done. Don't forget to put on your wiggly top hat, and you are ready to do the skeleton scat.
Get in line, do the skeleton scat. Everybody try to play the drums, but it's here that's swinging me.
I'll play the drums with my hands and dance with my feet.
With keratin colored by Schwarzkopf.
Hi, I'm Emma Watkins, and this is how I work it. I'm going to take you through 24 hours of my wellness and beauty routine. I've been with the Wiggles Company for 10 years, and for the last 7, I've been the Yellow Wiggle. We tour for about 9 months during the year, and throughout the year, we perform about 400 shows to about 1 million children all around the world. The biggest challenge about being a Wiggle is traveling. You're in a different city every day. The best part is being able to do so many different things. Not only do we get to perform live, but we're able to record new music and we're able to film. Bonjour, good morning. Just woken up at 7 a.m. In America, our shows, they're in the afternoon and at night, but I have probably never slept in my life. I'm just not that person. I always wake up really early. We've got 3 shows today, so I'll quickly have a shower. It's easy. The first thing I do in the morning lately has been making a bulletproof tea. One of the most important things that's happened in my life is that I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and I had a surgery over a year ago now, but since then I've really tried to be on top of my body and my health. While I'm trying to get ready, I start steaming a whole pot of vegetables. This is my hotel setup where I can cook all the vegetables. This is my electric hot plate, which I pack in my suitcase. I've got a tiny strainer and just put all the vegetables. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for cooking in the hotel room. In the morning, I have green vegetables, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I steam them for a while, have a shower, and then my vegetables are ready. Then you just take it out, let the water out in the bathroom, pop them on your plate, butter, oil, salt, done. So the best thing with those vegetables is to put ghee on them. It's a really good source of fat, and I'll eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner alongside other proteins. What I love is scrambled eggs. Well, the Wiggles are almost 30 years old. I used to watch the Wiggles growing up. I actually started dancing from watching Irish dancing on the Wiggle show. Apparently, I said to myself, I just want to do that. I just want to do that. Way back in 1996, they filmed a live show in Sydney. They cut away to the audience, and there you can see my sister and I dancing, and I'm probably about 7 at the time. It's so weird thinking about myself growing up watching the Wiggles, being such a big part of my childhood, and now being a Wiggle. You can't really discount anyone that's in the audience that could possibly be a Wiggle in the future. So I have breakfast, and then I might go and see if there's a yoga studio in town or a ballet class, or just go for a walk in the gardens. Because my skin is so fair, I use Zoe Foster's Go-To sunscreen, which is a zinc sunscreen. And then I'll come back to the room and get ready. I cleanse my face with Cora Organics facial cleanser, and then I use Noni Glow Cora. Okay, it's such a mild oil. I put it on with my
Rose Quartz Heart, which makes your skin feel nice and cool. You put this in the fridge, and so it's even cooler, which is great for me. My costume makes me really hot. That's it. If I do feel a bit hot and flustered, I love using the Pura Rose spray. I wear makeup every single day. If I feel that I haven't put the makeup on from the night before, I'll use a go-to exfoliating swipe before I start again.
We're performing here tonight, and we're just in a sound check rehearsal, then costume on, and then we'll be ready for the show. It's freezing out here.
Once we arrive at the venue, sound check is on, and then the show happens, and then the next show happens, and the day just rolls on. I'll be honest, my makeup probably takes me 10 minutes.
Dressing room, this is my dressing room.
My tea, my hairpins, and my makeup. I've had this forever. I actually bought this in an art shop. It's easy to pack, and you do this. It stands up so that when you wash your brushes, then you can put them in there and they dry. So my first step is putting concealer under my eyes. This is Bare Minerals. It's light. It's not sticky. Sometimes we can have an emergency performance, or someone will say, actually, we've got a meeting read in 15 minutes. My routine has adapted to work in an emergency situation. This is my foundation. It's Giorgio Armani. It doesn't feel like you've got a whole cake on your face, especially once you've done one show and you sweat a lot. You don't want to have to keep putting lots of layers on top. I have eyelash extensions. This has been the most helpful situation when I have so many shows in a row. It just saves so much time. My philosophy, particularly with Enda Wiggle as a character, I try and make myself look as doll-like as possible.
I open up my music box and what do I see? A ballerina twirling, dancing there for me.
I tend to find that the less makeup I have on, the more the children feel like they can talk to me. In terms of the colours that I use on my face, they're all very pale, and it's very bright and light. That's my foundation. I only look a bit red there because I'm a bit old. That's normal. Then I just use a studio pressed powder from MAC. This colour is a little bit darker than my actual liquid foundation, but this colour seems to work on stage, and translucent powder. It just makes my skin not look so orange. Lots of photos on social media and these tags from the show. My face and the colour of my shirt are so bright, I tend to see my face straight away. I've got 2 of everything because knowing me, I either lose something or I break something. Even though I'm a 10 something quite clumsy. This is what I've been using for blush. I don't really use any bronzer because most of the time in the show we get so hot that my face gets colour anyway. But then I feel like once I've done rehearsal, once I've done sound check, it wears off. And so then I tend to start using a more matte colour just before the show to bring out that cherub cheek kind of vibe. Children love consistency, and I think especially over the last 3 years I've been able to do my makeup a lot more similar every time. It's good for them and it's actually so much easier for me. The next hourglass I use is ambient, and I don't know why, but I straight away the first thing I put it on the top of my nose, sometimes just a bit on the top of my lip. I just use a smaller brush for the inside to highlight that area. I've been using the cream base. It lasts a lot longer, especially over the 4 shows. I put the lighter one on the middle of my eye, the dark one I put it on the corners on the outside. So So that's that. And then Anastasia brow pomade. I don't really use much of this. It's the blonde colour because I used to be blonde. I only really dyed my hair red for fun about a month before I was told that I was going to be a Wiggle. And then a month later they asked me and I thought, oh no, what colour am I going to be? So then I ended up staying red. And I feel like it's more me. I don't see myself being any other colour. That's my eyebrows. I mean, I'll brush them if I'm being particular, which I am today. Still, I just do a really clean line, nothing too fancy, and then fill it in. Children love sparkles and they love glitter. They bring big posters with glitter, and so I've always tried to make sure that I put a little bit of glitter into my makeup just for that fairy tale kind of vibe. And even my nails have a little bit of sparkle because so many children come to the show with their nails painted in the wiggly colours. They always want to show me, look, I painted my nails, they're yellow for you. And so then I show them and then we have a little nail show and tell. I have to shellac them now because my quick changes are so ferocious. They get broken, and so that's just always worked for me. over the top. I just put it everywhere. Does that make what's underneath it irrelevant? I'm not sure. I use a lip pencil now over a lipstick because it stays for longer in the show. I add a lip colour. I would put this on over the lip pencil so that it lasts a bit longer during the show. And then purple, which I've used for so many years. It's great for everything, even if you have got a bite or a rash or something, it just fixes it. I use that over the top, and then I don't feel like my lips are dry during the show, and then weirdly I rub that on my hand, and that's it. So when I do my makeup, and then I've got to go. I've got to get to sound check. I've got to get to rehearsal. Once I've done rehearsal, once I've done sound check, I might have some food. I like to cook my lunch here, eggs, steamed veggies, berries, smoothie, kettle for the tea. I think I've always been interested in sign language. I grew up with two different friends that I'd point to different items in their house, and they would teach me the sign language for those objects.
Hello, my name is Emma. It's nice to see you today.
I feel like it's a dance being a dance, and I think being a dancer, I've always been so visually focused because I've always tried to marry actions to words. So for Rockabye Band, for example, everybody. All those actions are exactly what you see. So it has that sign language gestural feel to it. Wiggles make children from all over the world with so many different abilities. Here is a beautiful sign from Eloise that says, "We love." Most of the time, if a child does have an additional need, we'll meet them before the show. Sometimes crowds can just be too loud, too many people, and so we're able to have some quiet time with those children. The beauty of the Wiggles is the fact that they've been able to talk to children in such a relaxed and casual manner.
I wonder what's happening here.
Ah, you're right. It's a tiny little black cat. Meow. Generally, the pitch of our voice doesn't really change from backstage to on stage. Like, for example, can you point your fingers? Can you do the twist? Is exactly how I would ask. A little bit more energy and a little bit more excited. But the minute that you start to change the register of your voice, children start to go, "Oh, hang on a second, that's not real." So the way that we'd be talking to one child is the same as the way that we'd be talking to a whole auditorium. My costume is so hot. I wear the shirt as long sleeve, a skirt, a petticoat, and belt, really thick black stockings, different skirts, different dresses, lots of different seams and unicorns, shoes which could change during the show. I've got ballet shoes, tap shoes, Irish dancing shoes, lots of different shoes for every different occasion. And then I'm about to confirm that I do wear a wig in the Wiggle Show. There's been lots of chat on all different forums about whether it's my real hair or not. Initially, at the beginning, I was using my own hair, and that's why it was quite confusing, especially when people were watching the first weekly series compared to the second weekly series. This one, I didn't have a wig, and this is my wig. So, yes, I do wear a wig, and I don't just have one. I've got about 4 wigs now, some for touring, some for filming overseas, and one that I've got at home all the time, just in case. My hair is this curved. When we were found out we were becoming Wiggles, I was getting my hair dyed. We got a phone call saying you need to come back for preps. We didn't have any time to let my hair dry naturally, so she blow dried it. So when I came back for all my press photos, my hair looked like this, and so I had to continue making my hair look like this. And after about a year and a half, my hair started to fall out because I was parting it in the same place every day, and that's why I invested in a good wig. It's so much easier to do a wig, and it gives a sense of consistency to the character in the wiggle. Even when we're filming on green screen, it's better that my hair looks the same and that it's flatter so that it's easier to cut around. And the wigs and myself, we all get dyed together. This is my wig. Pretty cute. When I wash my own hair and when the wig gets washed, it's only washed in conditioner, no shampoo. I wash my hair 3 times in the shower, and then I get out and put this product on called TCB. It's like it's something that you put on before you blow dry hair. And then I put another serum called Pink Oil, and those 2 products are used on the wigs only. That's it. You can't use anything else on the wig. You can't even have perfume and then touch the wig. The wig is really particular about what goes near it. I use this S-Curl and another product called Miracle. These products are really good for hydrating my hair. And this is so fun. So I just vaguely part my hair, and then I just do a spiral twist. I only sleep on a
silk pillowcase, and that's why all my wigs travel with a silk scarf around them so that they're not being rubbed up against plastic or other kinds of materials. Okay, so that's that. Hi, Cardinal. That was the only food. Sorry. It's not a flat, it's just like a really calm twist because you don't want to be too hard on your hair. And then I have a wig cap. Basically, after the show, this is wet because of the sweat. So I tend to take one up with me and put it up the top here. I'm trying to make it as flat as possible. I'm going to leave that wig there. I'm going to put this wig on.
You ever bought Reese's while eating Reese's? That is some boss behavior.
One of these people uses the Colgate Total Active Prevention System. It's 15 times more effective at fighting the...
I travel with more than one wig. I have my touring wig and my film wig, and you can see the touring wig. It's done a few lines. There's two already. I just use one of these. I call them a dog brush because it looks like a brush you would use on your dog, but they're like a scalp brush. So I'll show you how I curl them. Sorry, guys. I'll just do it quickly. I don't really curl them in a modern curl. It's like an old-fashioned curl. I let the curl sit on the table. The curl sets in cool air, and then it lasts a lot longer. Okay, so I'll just get to that. So we'll just pretend that she's curled. She's getting there. So I usually put the wig on in the ponytails. I find that it's easier to find where the center is. And then I just try and brush through the wig a little bit just to separate the curl. She starts to become a little bit softer. Usually I put 3 U-pins on the left side and a bobby pin straight in here. Oh, sorry. And then I grabbed all the rest of the hair and put it together in a pony. My trick is that I get a U-pin and get a little bit of the front hair and pull it over the front hairline and soften the hairline as much as I can. And that's that side done. The right side is underneath the ring, so it's easier to pin. I put 2 bobby pins on the right side and I just put 1 U-pin somewhere in the top because a bow is going to sit over that. If I'm doing fouettes, which are a really quick ballet turn, and at the moment I'm doing about 8 fouettes in one go, the wig starts to move, so I pin it a little bit more. It's the reason why in ballet you have your hair in a bun, so that when you are turning and you're spotting your head, you're not being distracted or the weight isn't being pulled out from your center of gravity. We wanted something to look like it was stylish, but I still needed it to be together so I could dance. In the show, when I pirouette, I get these in my face, in the microphone all the time. And now I actually turn better with my hair in ponytails because I'm used to feeling the weight on my own head. And now for the bow, I make all my own bows, or my mum sometimes makes them. These bow I've had for about 3 years. They've all got their own personalities. And so cute. It's just I use 4 bobby pins on the bow. You shouldn't do that with your teeth either. And that's the bow, my earrings, and that is it, basically. I have transformed. This is me, just in a different form. Okay, I'm ready for the show. I take this little bag, powder, just a bit of stage. Here we go. Children are very earnest. They're very clear and they know exactly what they like. And one of the great things in the show is that if the child is not engaged, they'll turn around, go and have a snack, go and talk to mum and dad. So you really have to catch them right from the get-go. And they'll tell you if they like it or not. Our show is about an hour and it's jam-packed. It's full of lots of live music, dancing, it's interactive. We all play the musical instruments ourselves. I play the drum. The most amazing thing really about being a Wiggle is you get to play yourself. You have your own name, you're not playing a character. In the Wiggle dances, like I dance, I do sign language, I play the drums, and they're all interests that I would have already had even if I wasn't in a Wiggle. And I think it makes you more relaxed inside your Wiggle character because you don't have to do anything that you're not comfortable doing. I don't do any warm-up for my voice. I never really trained as a singer. Most of the show for me is about storytelling through songs. Most of the
songs now are in my storytelling range. I don't have to jump up too high or too low. Sometimes before the show I'll do a little bit of a ballet bar bummer just to get my body warming up on the vibe plate. It's like a vibration plate. Gets all your muscles going. My body is so much better when everything's warm. But for me it doesn't take long with this and the costumes. In between shows in North America there's lots more time to relax. Today we have 3 shows. We've done 2, as you can see in my wigs. I've just watched this one, so I'm ready to curl that one. I touch up my makeup in between every show, and really it's only a little bit of powder and maybe some of the glitter on my eyes that has kind of sunk into the creases from the sweat. Done. When the shows are done, I finally get to pack up my costume. The most important part for me is packing my wig. Wig going to bed, making sure that's okay. Its curls are held up tight. She's wrapped up in a present. Sometimes outside stage door, there'll be families waiting and we'll have some photos and I'll take my makeup off. Try and use makeup wipe first, and then I'll wash them. And then we'll be travelling to the next venue, and then as soon as I get to the hotel, I check if there's a bath, and then I try and sit in the bath for about half an hour. Tonight I'm going to stay in veggies, salmon, avocado, and a bit of oil, and now I'm ready for dinner. At night, I use the Cora Organic Facial Cleanser. Sometimes, if I've still got a little bit of makeup, I use the turmeric scrub just to exfoliate a little bit of that foundation off my face, and then noni oil with my rose quartz mask, and then that's it. So it's 11 o'clock, a little bit late. So I'm going to bed. Bye.
Charmin reinvented the square for a smoother tear. Oh yeah, Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear.
When a migraine strikes and I take a trip down, side effects like your dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently.
What is up everyone, we are back with another reaction video, and today we are reacting to Voice Plays medley of The Little Mermaid featuring Rachel Potter. I am so excited for this one, mostly if for nothing else, just for, guys, Lady Acapella. Like, I need your comment in the description, and leave a comment below basically, and let me know some Lady Acapella groups, because everything I'm reacting to lately is like, guys, an incredible, amazing guys, don't get me wrong, but where's my lady power at? Anyway, the video today also features our lineup of Ellie, Jeff, Jainan, and Lane. So they're the 4 main guys that are in it, along with Rachel.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Big Kid Monica YouTube channel. My name is Monica, and today we're going to be doing a Wiggles inspired makeup look. So I had the idea that I wanted to do some Wiggles inspired makeup because I'm going to their concert in Perth in about 2 weeks. And just one day the idea came to me to dress up and to also do my makeup in the Wiggles colours. So as we all know, the Wiggles colours are yellow, red, purple and blue. And I scounged through my makeup and I found a few different palettes that have those colours in them. So I wanted to do something really bright, a got some glitters of some of the colours as well, and I thought I'd try it out now, make a video of it, so that when the day came to go to the Wiggles concert, I had a bit of an idea already what I was going to do and make the process a bit quicker. Before I start, peep the merch. So this is the Big Kid Monica shirt. These will be coming out soon, probably when I get up to 1,000 subscribers. To celebrate that, I'll release the shirts. This one is mine though, and I bedazzled it, so it's just special to me, but otherwise it's going to be this design on a black shirt, unisex, and then the sizes will be all available. So when they are ready, I'll put the link up, and you guys can purchase them if you want a bit of Big Kid Monica merch. For the start, I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I always use the Morphe eyelid primer, this one here. I'm getting right to the end of the little tube, so I'll probably need to get another one. This one's lasted me about a year, which is perfect because you're only meant to use these sort of things for about a year at a time. Also, I'm using the Jeffree Star Heartbreaker mirror. This came in the latest beauty box, and it's really cute. I like pink mirrors. There's one in the mystery box before for Halloween was a black sort of Halloween inspired mirror, and I loved it, but it wasn't really my vibe. So when this one came out, it was great. I usually use Trixie's mirrors, but I thought today we'd change it up, use this one. You can see very well in it. The glass is quite clear, so it makes it very easy. So eyelids are primed, super easy, super quick. It's just like a dry for a sec. I'll show you all the different things that I'm using today. For brushes, I'm using these ones here. I got this from Morphe, and they are the Ariel Cross Morphe collaboration brushes. They're really high quality, really soft. I think I've mentioned them before. I really enjoy using these. I want to get the face brushes, but they're always out of stock, and I'm not actually sure if they're doing them anymore, so I'll have to have a look and see if I can get my hands on them. But for my makeup, I think the plan is to do yellow on the inner corners, go into blue, go into purple, and then red on the outside. So I'll start with yellow. I've got this Sailor Moon palette here. Had this for a while. The colours are very bright and shimmery and lovely, and I know that there's a really highly pigmented yellow in here. So I'm going to use that one on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm not going to do crease or anything. I think it's just going to be like a solid colour all the way around. So I'm just going to dip in. I get quite a lot on there. I'm trying to divide my eyes up into quarters if I can.
Uncensored shine, no inhibitions. New Naked Gloss by Red.
So I'm just going right in the inner corner, getting in there and blending it out just the tiniest bit. And I might go in again. It is quite highly pigmented, so you don't need a lot, but I want to kind of get a lot on my eyes so it looks very, very bright. So that, as you can see, it picks up very well on camera because it is so highly pigmented. I've used this before. A lot of the times I use this with the other colours in the Sailor Moon pigment palette, and then just blend them all together and make one cute little look. So I'm also going a little bit sweeping up and down so that when it comes to the next colour it can blend in a little bit. This one's also got sort of shimmery reflex and bits of sparkle in it, which is exactly what I wanted. Wanted something that was really this vibe. Sparkly, bright, fun. Exactly what the Wiggles are. Yeah, so this concert that I'm going to is actually the OG Wiggles reunion concert. So basically the four main Wiggles that we all grew up with, they got together a couple of years ago and did a concert that was for a club concert. It was sort of like a one night thing for charity. I got the charity video of it on my phone, and it sold out in like 5 minutes, and it was so popular, and it was so cool and such a different vibe to have all adults jamming out to the music that they knew when they were kids. So they, to celebrate their 30th anniversary, which is this year, they're doing an Australian tour, arenas, which are all selling out, and they're doing the same sort of thing but on a much larger scale. So it's open to over 15, so it's all going to be older people and adults there. So it'll be very exciting, very fun, just something to celebrate. You know, we don't get a lot of that with COVID, especially here in Perth. We haven't had a lot for a few years because of our border restrictions. So it'll be really fun to just go to a concert and jam out with other people who grew up with the Wiggles and love them as much as me. So as well, they've become quite popular in the last year, especially this year because of the Hottest 100s. They're doing lots of covers of other music, and then other artists are doing covers of their music too. So I've actually ordered the vinyl of it that came with the Free Wiggle shirt, so I'm waiting for that to be dispatched. So that'll be very fun. So the next colour that I'm going to blend into the yellow is this blue here. I wanted a very bright blue that matched very similarly to the colour of Anthony's shirt. So I think this one will do. This is a Jeffree Star single loose eyeshadow. I think it's from the Blue Blood palette, but I think it's exactly what I need. So I'm going to blend that into the yellow. And then just go another bit across the eye. I'll try and blend it in a little bit. I definitely want the separation of colours so you can see all of them, because that's the whole point of this. All the colours are represented. As well, I really wanted to go to this concept because I don't know if there will be another chance to see the original Wiggles all together. They do a lot of stuff lately, but they are all on the more older side now, have a lot of health issues, and I want to see them one more time before it's too late. As a kid, of course, I saw them all the time. My parents were very good at that. We went to a lot of their concerts. Even since they first started, Mum said she took me to a Wiggles concert at like her mother's and Davey's group. They were just starting out. It was just there in like a little hall. I think Mum said it was like $10 or $20 to get in, and they were there just doing their thing. So it's just amazing to see how they've changed and developed over the years and how they've made this huge empire. It was always one of my dreams to be a dancer for the Wiggles or to be a Wiggle. So hopefully that dream might still be a reality, and I might get there one day. They've got a whole new set of Wiggles as well since Emma went. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep working hard. We'll see what happens. So for the purple colour, I'm not sure. I'm sort of tossing up between this one up here, which is called the Take the Crown because it's got a shimmer to it, or this one here, or even this more dark purple here. I think I might go for this dark purple because I have the glitter anyway that I'm going to put over the top. So let's go in with that. I'm still using this brush. It's like a flat, fluffy brush, but it just makes my shadows go on very well. So blending that now across. It's looking kind of cool. Like I'm not sure you can exactly tell what I'm going for. Oh, actually you can. And I think if you're at the Wiggles concert, people are going to know what those colours are. I'm excited to see as well what sort of merch is available and what it's like. I don't want to spend too much, but it'll be fun. I forgot to mention I'm going to the concert with my friend from work. So me and her get along very well. We have similar interests, and I think we'll have a great time together. And it's just nice to do stuff outside of work as well and just chill and have a good night. It's going to be a bit of a rush because I have my other job. I'm performing in the holidays. So I'll have to literally rush from there, do this makeup super quick, then we're going out for dinner. I think we're just getting McDonald's, classic but amazing, and then go to the concert. So that's why I'm practicing this makeup so I can get it down packed and I can see how long it takes, which actually isn't very long. And when I'm not talking it through, I think I can just like get this on super fast. So that's the purple. As you can see, it's coming together. When I do the red on the outside, I think I might blend it across. So there is a red in this palette as well, and it's this one here. It's called Bleeding Heart, so I'm just going to use that one on the outside. I love the Jeffree Star eyeshadows because they're just really high quality and they work so well and they stay on all day. So I always reach for them whenever I need colours, because as well the coloured pigments are so bright that you know that they're going to last and you know that you're going to get your money's worth out of them. So I'm just blending this across on this eye. The red is kind of blended into the purple a bit. I think I might go a little bit less liberal with the purple next time and give my eye some space to have the red because it's kind of getting lost in the corner, but I'm just sort of trying to smoke it out a little bit. I'm going to smash it on with this brush, and then what I'm going to do is use a different brush to like blend it out and smoke out the corner a little bit more. I will just not talk for a bit so we can fast forward this bit and you won't hear her as much. Just popping over now to this fluffy blending brush. I'm going to do a little bit more red, take it to the outside and then smoke it out all the way across the crease so it sort of blends together a little bit more and it's a little bit more uniform. The sort of fallouts come under my eye in the different colours, which actually worked out well because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do underneath. So let's blend that quite well. I'm going to do a little bit of red underneath as well, but the colours are there so you sort of don't need too much. So now I'm not sure if I want to do eyeliner next or if I should do...
Hello. I'm your Starbucks favorite.
the glitter next. I don't know what will go on better because I want the eyeliner to be quite smooth. Maybe I should do the glitter, press it on and then do eyeliner over the top. Let's do that. So, I have these two Trixie Cosmetics glitters. I only have purple and blue. So there's For Real, which is the blue one, and Juice Box, which is the purple. I didn't have a red glitter or a yellow glitter, so I think just having the middle part as glitter actually works out quite well. And to apply that, I've got this Too Faced glitter blue. So I've used that for a while. It works quite well, stays on quite long. So let's get the blue out first. It is quite messy. So this one here, look how bright that is. That's going to be absolutely perfect. I'm going to try and contain it. I might open it over one of my palettes. I'll try and show you that. But you get so much as well. Money's worth is awesome. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of this glitter blue and literally just pat it onto the blue section. Just the tiniest bit. So I don't want to ruin the colour as well. So now I'm going to get this other brush here. It's another flat brush and I'm just going to tap into this glitter. Literally so lightly because it blows everywhere because I've got the aircon on this here. As well, it's sort of blowing a little bit. As you can see there, just patted on the blue and it's just so shiny, so glittery, super cute. And I'm just blending that across. I think next time I'll put on a little bit more blue. I just wanted to be a bit conservative today because I didn't know how it would go. I'll have to try and get it off later as well because we're just having family dinner, so it's kind of not the best eyeshadow look for that purpose, but okay. So I'm just going to put the lid on. And I have this habit of wiping stuff on my hand and I've just got this glitter on there, but I will. Here's the purple. Very bright. So I'm going to do the same with the glitter blue, pat a bit on my finger and put it onto where I need it. Try and make it a bit more smooth this time. Get the brush, dip into the purple glitter. Ah yes, that worked a lot better. It has kind of taken off a bit of my eyeshadow, so I will touch that up after this dries. Same with Trixie Cosmetics, as I was saying about the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, how high quality they are. Trixie Cosmetics is the same. Obviously these are not like in-store, drugstore, well-known brands. These are independent companies, and because of that, you can't get them everywhere. But the price points are good, the quality is high, you know, they're not mass-produced, so I love them. There is literally glitter everywhere. But that's amazing. So look at that. It's not the neatest, because obviously today's just the practice, but you can see the intention there. You can see what I'm trying to achieve. So I think I'm going to go in with the blue again and just blend that out a little bit into the face because that's the colours that are peeling off Oh yes, if I do this and I go at my crease, it's sort of picking up the purple as well and blending it all into one, so it looks very uniform. I'll do the same on this side as well. It's kind of like doing music. I'm going to probably just sort of pull it all together. I need to go higher up with the glitter as well next time, because there's sort of this gap between my eyelid and my eye crease, but I'll just fix that with eyeshadow today. So now I'm using the Patrick Star eyeliner. It's quite new, it's the one size, and it's one of the better ones I've actually used recently. Trixie Mattel's is the same. It's got this super fine tip here, and it's this velvety sort of like a Sharpie or like a felt tip pen. So it draws on very easily as well. I have hooded eyes, so I have to be very careful with how I draw it on. I usually just go sort of up the side, like that. I drew a line, and then I'll draw a line across. So I'm going to be quiet so I can concentrate, because me talking is moving the mirror. So I'm going to do that. You can fast forward, or I'll fast forward the video and then check back in soon actually. So I have drawn it on extremely unevenly, but you get the point. You can see what it was meant to be. On the day I will do it properly. So I think it looks okay. I'm going to finish it all off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brand Mascara. I like this because it's quite volumizing. This is only the little sort of sample size, so I think I'm going to get the big one because I use it quite a lot. It's quite good. I alternate between this one and my Maybelline Sky High. They're some of my two favourites at the moment, so I'm using them quite a lot because I really wanted to get over the glitter. Just make my eyes a bit more finer. As well, I'll do face makeup and foundation and stuff. But for today, purely for the trial, I'm just doing my eyes. That looks pretty cool. I'm happy with how it turned out. There's a little